Welcome back, everyone, to our MLB standings predictions. If you catch the last video, make sure to check it out. We did our American League predictions on how we think everything would finish, and of course, after we made the bold prediction of the Athletics, they allowed, I think it was like 18 runs yesterday. So shout out to the Athletics.
Yeah.
Or 15. Although it's Texas, so we predicted Texas will get hot. So it's kind of however you take it. But today we have our National League predictions pulled up. And Nick, which division should we start with?
You know what? I kind of want to save the best for last in the NL East because I think that's the best division. So let's start from the West Coast and move towards the East. So let's start with the West.
Okay, so West, we obviously have Dodgers. I think the Dodgers finished one consensus.
Yeah, I think that's pretty well.
They're regular season merchants.
Yeah.
They'll still get swept. Now I'm curious here. Obviously, the Padres are in second right now.
Yep.
But do you think the Diamondbacks, obviously the National League champions last year, do they kind of come to life here at all and get that second spot? Because the Padres we've seen start off decent and have that fall off no matter how much money they spend. So
I can see three teams from the NL West making it, but I think the Padres do finish second.
Okay. And then Diamondbacks third?
Yep, I would put Diamondbacks third, and then I think the Rockies. Obviously, I think the Rockies are last.
Rockies suck.
Which puts the Giants here. But yeah, I can see all three of these teams making the playoffs just because it's the NL East and the NL West, and then the NL Central is kind of like there's really only two teams there, and I feel like it's going to be, the winner of that division is going to win 91, 92 games, and the team behind them is going to be out, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting. I think one thing we got to touch on with the Padres, man, is I know Red Sox fans were pissed when he was kind of let go, but Xander Bogaerts' bat has just kind of fallen off a cliff since he left.
He hasn't been playing up to that 11-year, $300 million contract.
That's the thing with baseball, man. If I'm San Diego and I'm only a year and a half into this contract, I'm already regretting it. And
he's 219. That is not $300 million ball.
Not at all, man. I'd rather have Carlos Santana in his contract. So, yeah, I mean, I like this list. It wouldn't surprise me at all if the Diamondbacks either fall off a cliff and finish fourth or rally like they did for the playoffs and just kind of get second. The Padres, or mainly the Padres, just choke like they always do at the second half of the season. But yeah, for this, I don't mind it. I mean, the Padres got the talent still, even without Juan Soto. It's just a matter of can they stay consistent enough, because we all know the Dodgers are finishing first.
I think both of those teams, the Padres and the Diamondbacks, I think their rotations will be good enough to, if they get hot, to get them into the playoffs. I think because, Padres picked up Dylan Cease this offseason and Michael King, who I think is pretty underrated. He was pretty good with the Yankees. Joe Musgrove, he's kind of shaky. He's up and down. This year he's kind of down. Yu Darvish, I think he stays pretty consistent. He's gotten a little worse as his career's gone on. But I think that rotation, as well as Arizona with Zach Gallen, they signed Jordan Montgomery, which they signed him for, I think, 1 year, $25 million, which I know I know the Red Sox were looking at him, but I'm glad they didn't give him 20.
Wasn't he like the fourth pitcher on Texas? I don't know.
Yeah, he was good in the playoffs, but that's Scott Boras.
Hey, good for these players, man. When you level up in the playoffs, you're going to get paid if you're a free agent, especially on a championship team like the Texas Rangers were last year.
Mm-hmm. But I'm pretty confident in this. This is kind of how the divisions look the past, 7-8 years, and then the Dodgers are always the first one out.
Shout out to the Giants, though, for that one pop-up year in 2021. I believe it
108 wins, and then they just haven't come remotely.
No, they haven't been the same since then. But that was, shout out to them, man. That was kind of dope. With that being said, though, I think we're pretty much in sync with this. Although maybe a little bit controversial in the Central here because I think, personally, the winner will be the Chicago Cubs of this division.
I agree with you. I agree.
I think
that was my pick, and then Milwaukee, too.
Yep, Milwaukee, and then after that it gets interesting. They're
I'm
all like
saying
with
this is who I would put. This is where I would put.
Do the Cardinals have the talent to rally and get third? Are they really this fourth?
Here,
Are
the
they really
thing is,
last place bad? I think the
thing
Pirates
is,
finished last, in my opinion.
yeah,
Even though
I mean,
they're ranked.
I can agree with that. I can agree with
Pirates are good for like the first 2 weeks of baseball, and then they
that.
suck the rest of the way.
But I mean, the thing is with the Cardinals, because they have, I mean, your boy Sonny Gray, he's pitching
He's
lights out.
balling for them.
He's been pitching lights out, but they're so old. They're so
They
old.
are.
You can
I mean,
get away with that when it's a few of your guys, but when it's your whole their entire rotation is like.
true.
I mean,
They are getting up there in age.
Kyle Gibson, like these are all older guys.
Kyle Gibson, he's been around the block for a grip.
Yeah. And their bats are, Arenado, who I think very well is going to get traded, as well as Goldschmidt. I think they move on from both of those guys at the deadline just because other teams.
How have they been doing bats wise this year? The Cardinals.
Arenado's hitting 280, so I mean he's doing fine. He's not producing the power that he only has 2 home runs.
Yeah.
But Goldschmidt's he's sub 200 right now. But I think that might
talk about a quick. I mean, eventually Father Time hits you. He's already obviously 36, but MVP in 2022 to now absolute poop. Stinks.
I think he can turn it around. I think a change of scenery is what he needs. I think if he turns it around and say goes to, a team that's looking for a good right-handed bat or a good, just well-hitting first baseman.
You can come to Minnesota, Paul.
Even Minnesota, just a team who's competing. Like he needs
We're too cheap to trade for anyone. That would be nice. We could go honestly Cincinnati third. The more you're talking about it, but I just want to give my boy Sonny Gray some love because man, that dude, even at his age, he's like what 33, 34 now, still.
Sonny Gray, he's in his mid 30s.
Was second place in Cy Young last year, only behind Garrett Cole, and then this year, hot start, already has like 4 wins, I think below a 1 ERA average. So shout out to Sonny Gray, absolute baller. But yeah, the Reds, they've had a nice movement so far going.
The way he pitches too is like. It's how you'd see people pitch, 15 years ago. Like he's not overpowering anybody. He just has good stuff, good location, knows how to make his pitches.
What I missed most about him was he was just an absolute warrior going out there. He was always pissed off if he was going to get taken out of the game. He really does want to succeed, and I don't know why he went to the Cardinals. That's still like people chase money at some points, but if you're Sonny Gray. If you're Sonny Gray, man, at your age, there's people that care more about money more than winning at certain points and other ways around. And I thought, he would want to stick around with a team that just went to the division round with Houston, lost 3-1, but still put up a fight and have some promise. But, he wanted to go to an aging team that missed the playoffs last year. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking. It's all marketing, though. But shout out to the 4th place Cardinals, man. All love from Minnesota.
Now, interesting one. This is one I think is going to just be a battle.
Well, interesting, maybe some points, but we can put the Marlins last place.
Yep. It's a 4-team. Really,
I mean, what we still haven't talked about what happened. That the Marlins were a wild card team last year, and they are just trash.
The pitching they took hits pitching wise, like their guys are injured.
Sandy Alcantara's gone. I know that.
I'm pretty sure Jesus Luzardo, who was like another huge. He's one of their.
He's still there.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he's hurt. Is he not?
Oh, he is.
Yeah. But
after they started off like 0-9, I stopped watching them because I liked Luis Ariz because he's so fun to watch. Just like because he's not your standard hitter you see nowadays.
Yeah.
Like him for power. That's also why the Padres actually shut out Mike at second place because you guys got an underrated man there. A great batting title champion 2-time. Nationals 4th.
Nationals right now are 3rd. They're kind of fighting.
I think the Mets will be too mediocre to not get 3rd. Like they won't finish 4th.
So now this is where it gets interesting.
So the Phillies have the lead right now, although I saw Trey Turner's out for like 6 weeks. I think I'm going to go with my gut and say the Braves turn it around and finish first. I think the lineup will get going, and they're just regular season. They're a regular season workhorse. I think if they matched up the playoffs, though, I'm picking the Phillies. But Atlanta's got the lineup 1 through 9. I think last year, like it was like Eddie Rosario was hitting 9 for them with like 20 home runs. It was such a like complete team. The lineup will turn it around at certain points, and like I said, they're a regular season workhorse team. 100 wins every regular season. You can count on them to, produce throughout the whole season. I think the Phillies with some injuries. I think it'll be close. I mean, the Phillies are already up like 3 games, but I think Atlanta will eventually overcome that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure Matt Olson right now, he's hitting sub 200. Acuna only has like 2 home runs. So once those kind of guys start swinging the bats again, that team is going to be very, very scary.
Oh, yeah. No, Matt Olson is too good to not. Oh, man, that lineup is just like – I
don't know how they get all these pieces either from just trades or.
Well, Matt Olson's from the Athletics. He was basically on the market for free.
Yeah, they gave him. They got him for probably a bag of peanuts and like a vending machine. Like that's probably what the A's wanted for that. And
hey, though, the A's knew something we didn't right now. The way they're cooking up. But
we can come back in like a month or so and see how we're looking.
Yeah, they're just last place.
Yeah.
20-game losing streak wouldn't surprise me at all. But, the boys from Oakland are trying. With that being said, I think this is a pretty good list. We'll probably revisit this whole thing in like a month or so. See
maybe even like at the All-Star break, come back to it. Maybe make some
like where we see where we did good and where we fell off. And where we were wrong. But that's the reason why we do these, kind of see predictions, what we think will happen and how accurate they were. But overall, I'm happy with this list. I can't be like disappointed. Although I will say the one thing I have different is I think the Red Sox will be 5th place next time we check this. Certified Red Sox hater, I don't know. But
you're just downfall, bro.
That'll be another thing to check out. And we'll, like I said, our A's prediction. I'm happy for the A's if they can hold on to that. But we'll be interesting to come back. Yeah, maybe around the All-Star break, see where things look. But I'm happy with this list. I think you are too. But with that being said, thank you all for listening to our MLB division standing predictions for the end of the year. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.